6 rules in our marriage that may be expected or unexpected. Everybody's marriages work differently, but here are 6 things that we be doing. So we're gonna go one for one. You go first.
One tit for tat. The first one is that Darian's paycheck goes towards our living expenses, and then my paycheck goes towards our savings and investments. So, this is largely due to the fact that my employer has phenomenal benefits when it comes to 401k, when it comes to getting sale price essentially for our stock, with respect to
health, vision,
oh
dental.
yeah, like HSA, the match is there. So we are very strategic about maximizing on that. And last year, for example, was actually the first time that I set an intention to max out on 401k. And it was really beautiful just to see how much my employer was like, here you go. Here's a nice little icing on the cake. So that is something that is working really well for us. And I remember back in Seattle, probably around like 2018, 2019, two of my mentors had shared that this is how they divvy up their paychecks. And I remember aspiring to that one day. Like, man, that must be so dope to have literally being able to live off of one paycheck and then saving and investing the other. So granted, like I still do have a percentage of my paycheck that goes towards my respective individual account, where that's like if I want to get my nails done like I did today, or if I want to go on a girls trip, like I already have that money like allocated within my personal account. So we do have a joint checking account, and then we have our individual checking accounts, and we also have a joint savings account and individual savings accounts. But this is working really well for us. If you want a video on how that breakdown looks, not to the dollar,
Yeah,
but
I don't even know about that.
but yeah, it's a philosophy that I was not aware of until my mentors put me on, and now I'm like, this is the life. So that's number one.
It's also fantastic going from being a grad student with just a little bit of bread, and now going to I have a PhD and now having PhD level salary. My goodness, and not working in academia, but working in industry research. When I tell you,
Game changing.
just the ability to be able to live off one paycheck as a concept is a beautiful thing, and it's a blessing and a privilege. But the trajectory of our relationship, and specifically my financial growth over time, the fact that the one paycheck that we're living off of is mine in this current phase of life.
Make you feel good inside.
Thank you, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Halle.
Yeah. So,
all right, number two.
oftentimes, the burden of contraception with the intent to delay or not get pregnant in relationships, it is the woman's burden. Like, that is a stereotype. That is the stigma. That is the unfortunate cultural norm in cisgender heterosexual relationships. Howsoever, not in our marriage. And the funny thing is, people talk about wearing condoms before marriage, and in our marriage, I wear condoms so that we don't get pregnant. Straight up and down. Like, it is my responsibility that I've taken on, and especially because understanding what it means for my wife to be free from birth control and artificial hormones.
Because I had my fair share of those. I think
Right.
for almost a decade, between the pill and the awful IUD.
Bruh.
I remember just waiting because I think it was like a 3-month time period. This is soon after we got married. I was like, okay, I don't want to worry about like missing a day with the pill because that had happened in the past before.
And pull and pray.
Yeah.
No.
So I got the IUD, and I remember I was in so much pain when they put it in. And then the pain just persisted. And I would have days on end where I was in fetal position on our bathroom floor, or couldn't get out of bed, or couldn't work out. And it was just like debilitating. And I gained like 15 pounds while I was on it. Still haven't figured out how to get that weight off, but hey, according to my Apple Watch, we burned 1,018 calories today, so hopefully I'm on my way. But I'm very grateful that Darian, you can't empathize because you're not a woman, but like understood that there were other ways that we could prevent getting pregnant before we were ready. And even though it is, an extra step before the fun begins, it's still way better than the psychological, the physical, the painful, what's the word I'm looking for, babe? Consequences, if you will, of pumping all of these artificial hormones into my body. So we did do the Oura Ring and Ultrahuman for a while, but I don't know if I want to trust technology that much.
What does that mean? People.
So essentially, Oura Ring and Ultrahuman Ring, they have built in, similar to how like your Apple Watch can detect your body temperature. There is an app called Natural Cycles within works with Oura Ring, and I also learned it actually works with the Apple Watch too. But it essentially will let you know like when your red days are. So those are the days where you are able to get pregnant and you don't need to be having sex unprotected, at least.
I mean, unless you want to get pregnant.
Unless you're trying to get pregnant. And then your green days are the days where it's like, all right, like
the least likely to get pregnant.
Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't heard any horror stories about it, but I'm also just like, we could just use a condom, and then maybe if we are feeling a little risky, then maybe, on a very, very green day, like bright green day, maybe we can.
Well, a lime green day.
Yeah.
Neon
green, blinking. Then we can, take a little chance or two. But, yeah.
Yeah, this is something that this is something that I don't hear enough people talk about in daily life and just general conversation, where first and foremost, sex is often taboo as a topic. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality. But in us openly talking about our sexual relationship as a married couple, and specifically knocking down stigmas and stereotypes just through sharing this is a step in the right direction. And specifically within our marriage, me taking on the responsibility of just literally just getting condoms every so often is way better than the emotional and physical toll, the psychological weight that goes along with artificial hormones, be it that or the IUD,
which also has artificial
hurts,
hormones. Yeah.
which hurts.
Yeah.
So.
And just like the doomsday, I remember there were so many days where I was just in a funk that I could not break. And now that I'm like completely artificial hormone free, granted, like I do have my off days, but I'm able to like snap out of it way quicker. Can you attest? Yeah, so it's just like the dark cloud days where like it didn't make sense why I was upset or why I was sad. I do have to attribute many of those days to the fact that I was like my body was just like
a chemical imbalance.
Yeah. So yeah, we Gucci now, but that is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is that Darian handles just about all of the handyman work when it comes to the house and my car. So, what with respect to changing the air filters, changing the water filter, which he just did like 30 minutes ago. What else? Changing the light bulbs. Washing my car. Cleaning the bathrooms. Taking out the trash. Like, these are all things that if the trash is getting full, he knows not to expect for me to put my hands in the bin and tie it up and go throw it outside. Like, that's just something that he has the privilege of taking on. And we love that for us, don't we?
Also, another fun fact. When there's something that needs to go into the attic or we need to take something from the attic.
I ain't never been up there.
She doesn't go into the attic.
I'll place whatever needs to be up there right beside the attic door and be like, babe, can you help me something real quick?
It's so specific of a thing, but she just doesn't go into the attic.
Maybe it's because growing up, like, I never saw my mom going up there, and like it was always my dad going to get the Christmas tree or, you know, whatever needed to be got. Joseph was up there on that ladder. Yeah, but like when it comes to cooking and, you know, doing the dishes and all that, we split it up as we go. Now the stove, that's on him, baby. Yeah. The oven, like that kind of stuff where it's like you gotta put your back into it. Grateful. Thank you.
Man.
Yeah, so that's number 3.
Yeah, if you ever see Brienne washing a pot.
Now I be washing the pots after I boil my eggs, but like a cast iron skillet.
If you see her washing a cast iron skillet, it's because I'm dead.
But I also have, y'all can't see it, but you can see the surgery mark, the cut there. I have really sensitive wrists. I used to have this big cyst here that made it hard for me to even like do push-ups and all that. So, you know, the cast iron skillets are just really heavy. And there's also a method to the madness. Like, you don't put soap on there, right?
Yeah,
you don't salt or whatever.
You don't put a whole bunch of soap on it like it's a stainless steel pot. No, you do not do that.
Yeah. Some
people will use just a little bit of soap, but it is a method. There's a method.
Yeah. So you the method man. You got it, baby. I cook on that pot.
And then you slide it to the left.
Yeah.
When it's time. Yeah. All right, rule number 4. We are extremely intentional about having individual relationships with each other's individual family members. So for this case, we're talking parents and siblings. Mm-hmm. So on any given random Tuesday in the middle of June, it's very common for me to call either her dad, her mother, or one of her 2 sisters just to shoot the breeze. And the same thing for her, where she's calling my mother, my father, and my sister, just to hear their voice. Mm-hmm. So
I got a date with your sister next Saturday, actually.
There you go. So we actually take a lot of pride in our families being connected through us. So it's easy for her to connect with my family because I helped create that bridge, and it's a strong foundation where we're both really close with our family members as a concept, which is thankful. That's a privilege right there. So as we solidified our relationship through dating, courtship, marriage, it was a really big deal that she was connected to each of my family members and vice versa. So, like, for example, when we were about to go from dating into engagement, before I proposed, I called each of her family members and asked if they were okay with me proposing to their daughter/sister. Like each person got their own phone call. where I basically asked her entire family for her hand in marriage, and everybody was like, "Yeah,
I guess it's like
mine as well." No, everybody.
I mean, y'all spent 7 years.
I mean, mine as well. So yeah, everybody was extremely receptive and appreciative of that. And I stereotypically, it's like the son asks the dad for the daughter's hand in marriage, but I mean that elements of that are antiquated. So having strong relationships all up and through the family is a beautiful thing and something that we don't take for granted.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Well, really quick, I also want to say
Back
I
number
really
4.
admired your I really admired your relationship with your sister when I first caught on to like how tight y'all were. I was like, this is adorable and everything that I wanted in my partner because my sisters and I are also like this. So seeing y'all's relationship, I was like, dang, if he likes my sisters as much as I like my sisters, then they're going to also have a big brother and it's going to be really cute. And now, like, I'll be on FaceTime with either one of my sisters and I'll be like, what happened most recently? I needed to go to the bathroom or something. So, no, what happened? I needed to go to the bathroom. Y'all started like some type of conversation where I felt as though I wasn't needed in it. So I was like, here, babe, like talk to Janae while I'm in the bathroom. Next thing you know, they have the whole conversation in each other's face like this. And I'm like, okay, then I guess I'm going to fold the laundry or something. Like, literally left them to do their thing. And it's just like, that is probably one of the most beautiful byproducts of our marriage is like knowing that our siblings have another sibling because of us.
We're also both oldest siblings.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a very unique aptitude for taking care of younger siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So it was literally nothing for her to be sisterly to my baby sister, and it was absolutely nothing to me to be brotherly to her baby sisters. Because we're both used to having baby sisters.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's also funny how, as us both being the eldest, we be the eldest sibling to each other from time to time. Because she certainly be catching me slipping, and I certainly be catching her slipping.
Yeah.
And it's be like, we be putting on our older sibling hats when need be.
And most times I'd be like, I'm going to hold your hand. Recently I've been doing this a lot. I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. I really hope you have a good marathon run.
Oh, I will. I'm mentally prepared. I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So.
That's an inside joke. That could be a video for another day.
Another day. Okay, number 5 is that we do not curse at each other or raise our voices at each other. Now, I never saw this with my parents growing up. I also have never been cursed at. Actually, there have been 2 young ladies in my adulthood, 3 actually. But when it comes to like family and parents and all of that, like outside of just being disciplined as a child, I do not take well to being talked down to. Like I really do just shut down. And yeah, I don't know, I could just never, like we jokingly will be like, I don't know, we jokingly will get on each other, but like with malicious intent.
No, there's never been a conflict where wanting to raise voice. Like an actual for real argument.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. The majority of my childhood, I have been my parents, they would yell. They would never curse at each other though. And thankfully, like my parents, they just by daily conversation standards, like they didn't curse. They and at least he didn't curse in front of us growing up. But even outside of us, I can't really imagine my parents like cussing or having the mouth of a sailor like that. But didn't grow up in a cursing household, but they will yell. Voices would be raised, and because of that, I definitely knew, and this was going into our relationship early on. I was like, when we argue, I'm not gonna be yelling at you, so don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Because I will laugh and walk away. I will laugh and walk away, and it's because I also I can recall growing up and being yelled at. Like I've been yelled at by both my parents in any given case throughout childhood, and then especially in middle school and high school, being yelled at in sports, like from coaches and stuff. I remember in high school especially, when coaches yelled at me, I was like, first of all, just because you're yelling don't mean I'm gonna run faster. Second of all, I get enough of the yelling from my father. So anything that you think you trying to get through to me with a raised voice, I'm stopping right there, partner. So it was counter to my whole demeanor, my disposition, to even think about raising my voice in this woman's direction.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I'm thinking of extremes. Like, it would have to be something that I don't even think you're capable of doing that would set me off to even, like, conceptualize.
The only way I'm yelling at you is if you're 50 yards away and I got to get your attention.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be on the other side of the football field. I have to be on the first floor. You got to be on the third floor for me to get your attention.
That actually has happened now that I think about it. And you were like, my voice is just like deep and like I was trying to project and get your attention. I forget what we were doing, but it was not intentional. Do you remember?
No.
Well, it was irrelevant. It's one off. But yeah, that's number 5. We do not have a norm standard of yelling, raising our voices, cursing at each other. It's real healthy, real strict over here, as the kids like to say nowadays. All right.
What kids say that?
They be like, oh, it's real strict over here, or you run this strict program, or you real strict with your friends, or whatever.
Oh, the healthy part.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that. But
It's okay. We have 2 different TikTok algorithms. It's okay. All right, number 6. Close us out.
Number 6. Now, we said these are rules in our marriage, right? This one is a rule that's yet to be ratified. I'm trying to get this moved from just being a rule into a law. I'm trying to get this to become an amendment in the Constitution of our union. So
Right now, it's just penciled in.
If you will,
indulge me.
I bring to the floor no phone usage in the bed. See, no, because you're on that phone. That's why, because you get no sleep, because you're on that phone.
I actually wasn't on my phone last night.
Lie again.
After I closed my
Lie
eyes.
again.
No, like, I didn't wake up in the middle of the night and get on my phone because
See,
sometimes
that's the problem right there. First of all, your phone is close enough to the bed where you just reach over without even opening your eyes. The phone shouldn't be that close. My phone, I put it on the charger across the room from the bed. So if I need to get to my phone, I have to actively get up out the bed and go over to the other side of the room to pick it up and do what I gotta do.
I used to have mine over there.
And why not anymore? I'm curious.
No, I do aspire to not have to.
Aspirations
Just...
aspirations only take us so far. We need actions. So this rule is still under construction, apparently. But not using your phone in the bed. Oh, and actually, that even goes honorable mention, rule number 7. We don't have a TV in our bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Honorable mention, rule number 8. We don't take work meetings in our bed because we don't need to have our coworkers in our bed. They don't need to be in our most intimate space. I don't need Bob over here in my ear. Bob from accounting or Steve from finance. I do not need them in my ear in the same place.
Where you lay your head to sleep.
Yeah. And when we have our extracurricular activities.
Well, if you got anything from our 6 plus 2 rules, leave us a comment.
Yeah.
What resonated with you the most?
And what surprised you the most?
Curious about that. I need to sneeze. 1 second. Excuse me. Sneeze in your elbows.
Bless you. Sorry.
Look at my
I'm
dad.
over here cracking jokes.
That's all right.
But yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
We chose not to do like the typical, like, we don't go to bed mad because we be going to bed mad.
Sometimes you gotta sleep on that. Sometimes you gotta sleep on it. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that not going to bed mad don't work all the time. Sometimes you just be tired.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not gonna get resolved before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Trust
That's
me.
okay.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. As long as you resolve the conflict eventually, sooner rather than later. But if it's not gonna happen sooner, go to bed.
Yeah.
Don't. It ain't worth it.
All right. Well, we hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. And as y'all know, we are on, what are we on? Day 33?
Yeah, we out here.
43.
Out here posting daily. On
43.
YouTube.
We're on day 43 of posting daily on YouTube. So we will see you in tomorrow's video. We will be in a different location. You'll have to come back tomorrow and see where that is. But until then, y'all be blessed.